You ready for this?
No.
Yeah.
Are you guys, you sure you're ready?
Yeah.
I know why they're dying.
Because of a pumpkin candy.
Plastic.
Your Halloween candy is killing the orangutans.
What?
Yes. Yes. I just saw that in a headline that your Halloween candy could be killing these orangutans.
How?
That's in 10 years.
How?
That they all could be extinct because of your Halloween candy. How do you think you getting candy could possibly have an impact on orangutan populations? Turn and talk. Turn and talk.
I think it's the plastic weight.
Sus among us.
I think it's the plastic weight.
It'll last be part of it, like if we throw it out and it gets into the water, and then they have to go down to get water, but then the water's not clean. Yeah. Also, it's a bigger risk.
Can you repeat what you just said?
That there might be like pollution that goes into the water, and then when they try to drink the water, it's not clean for them.
How's that have to do with candy? How did you link that to candy?
The wrappers, the wrappers, or like the little pieces.
Well, how are the rappers getting out into Indonesia?
You might need to serve a chocolate.
Oh, the people.
And serve well, I've never had it. It might be like a ring, whatever that is.
There's been like a lot of pollution right now, and that could be one of the reasons that caused it. So like people are just like throwing stuff out.
Jot
And
your
it
ideas down. Jot a few ideas down. What did you guys think? What's happening?
Like food, like the food items that they need to create it. Because like for certain candies, that you need certain food items that you can't make in America. You have to go like to places like Brazil and like Argentina and like.
So the stuff that we're eating comes from there?
Yeah, how about like the what is it?
And like
That thing that makes the chocolate, I forgot what it's called. Do you know what it's called?
Cocoa?
Cocoa, yeah. Maybe theirs could be
Cocoa's-
some,
You think
like,
it's there?
Yeah, maybe they have like.
because I don't
Write down one or two of your ideas. What do you guys think?
Maybe the rappers are like getting
And they're so people are littering or something? Maybe? Maybe. Could be. Do you want to investigate that? How did we find out what was in stuff when we did our photosynthesis? How did we find out whether or not something had carbohydrates, fats, or proteins? Yeah, maybe we could do that. Maybe that would help. Guys all set? All right, get some ideas?
Yeah.
You guys have some ideas? Who would like to share? Go ahead.
Me and John thought like maybe poaching the skin of the orangutan could be using for the packaging.
Oh, so the orangutan itself is being used for packaging? Wow.
Maybe the trees.
The trees.
The
What means
trees
the
are getting
trees?
destroyed because of the palm oil.
So do they live in those palm oil trees? They do? Okay. And so what are they doing to the trees?
When the people destroy the trees, they're taking away the orangutan up.
Oh, okay. Does somebody want to add to that? Michael.
So I think it's probably because of like the candy and how it gets thrown away and it goes into landfill and it might like travel and cause like animals to like choke on it. But at the same time, I don't really think it's about that because how could it like pollution happens every day? It won't make that much of a difference for one night of the year for a little bit of Halloween candy. If it happens every single day.
You had that similar idea, didn't you? And what did you say we might look at? So yeah, Grace wanted to look at nutrition facts to see maybe what was inside the candy. And I know you want to see what's on the wrapper, what the wrapper might be made of, right?
How would
And
it travel that?
So like, I know like chocolate is not good for like animals and stuff because I have a dog.
Okay.
Maybe like, because it makes them go poop a lot. So maybe that's how they die.
so they're dying because they ate the chocolate and they got sick?
Yeah,
Is
but
that what I'm hearing you say?
also maybe it's because of the trash too. Because like we're like traveling from one place.
Pollution?
I think it's because like the candy, it kills the trees, and then when the trees are gone, they go to the ground and the tiger eats them.
Oh, Owen, you wanted to add to that?
For the thing that Michael said about like how would it affect that much from one night? Well, isn't like chocolate and candy being made every day, but it's not being made every day because it's
Okay.
not Halloween, but you can still buy it in the store.
I have a question for Michael. It's like, how does the wrappers like travel
That's what I was just about to say. I don't think that a candy bar can travel overseas and stay intact, and the animal will just somehow open it up and eat it. Like across the whole ocean, I think that's very, very slim chance.
Slim chance.
Michael, plastic takes millions of years to erode, so it possibly could.
Yeah, but the candy inside of it doesn't stay intact for like that.
But the
long.
orangutan says
whoever said the candy.
It'll probably
yeah,
sink
but the
in bottom
orangutan
of
is
the
getting
water
extinct.
constantly.
All right, this is a good time for us to just remind ourselves, just briefly. Remember, you guys put these together, right? You made these agreements, not me. And one of them is that we were going to make sure that one person was talking at a time. It says, listen, don't talk over somebody. So let's make sure we do that. And then at the end of class, we'll check back in to see how well we did today with that, okay? Let's focus a little bit on that because you have some great ideas. So far, you have some great ideas. And what I hear so far is that because I've told you this, that we know candy is somehow connected to my orangutan, right? But we don't know how. That's what we're trying to figure out. So our claim, you buying candy, is affecting our populations in the wild. We want to know how that might happen. What are your initial ideas? So we've heard yours was
The skin of her hair could be used for packaging.
something to do with the wrappers. You kind of felt it was the nutrition fact, something's in the candy that might be doing it.
It like hurts the trees and then they go to the ground and tiger eats them.
So that they go to the
Hurts the
ground
trees.
and they just get eaten. You even thought that maybe just because they were thirsty. Maybe they're thirstier than usual.
Well, also, the ingredients in the candy, such as, I think one of them is actually like a type of oil that's found.
Oh, she thinks it's ingredients in the candy as well. So, think maybe, Grace, we should take up Grace's idea? How many agree that maybe we should look at some nutrition facts that we see in there? Everybody agree? I need to hear everybody.
Yeah.
All right, let's try that. Let's take a look at the nutrition facts of your candy. All right, so let's come back. You guys have talked quite a bit. We have our candy to our orangutan. What do we now know? What do we now know? What could we add to that?
That the palm oil that is used to like in most candies is produced in Indonesia in the trees where they are.
So is there a connection to my candy now?
Yeah.
Okay, and that connection is, what did you say it was?
I said the palm oil.
Just the palm oil, all right. Because that's an ingredient?
Yes.
Okay.
It's produced where they live.
And it comes from what?
Where they live, like they're like
Oh,
Trees.
okay, palm oil, so it's made where
yeah, like with a kernel, right?
orangutans live?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where's that?
Indonesia.
Okay. And where does palm oil come from?
Kernel. So palm trees have like these fruits, and it's like so they have like these kernel seeds, and inside those kernel seeds are like these fruits, which they use to make the palm fruit oil.
That sounds hard.
It's called like kernel oil.
So is the
Like,
palm
there's two
oil,
types of oil, and
but they come from the same thing?
yes, technically no. So like inside the kernel is like a supposed fruit, which is used to make the palm fruit, and the outside is used to make the kernel.
So what do you want me to do here? Make an arrow to
Two branches.
branches?
Yeah.
Here.
Me?
You're asking me to make a branch?
Yeah, like just lines. Yeah.
Okay.
Lines.
Oh,
Not like an actual tree.
all right, like this?
Yeah.
All right, and what am I putting at this side?
Palm fruit oil,
So okay,
which and the kernel seeds.
the tree, and it's the
Kernel.
fruit, right? And the seeds, did you say the seeds
And the
too?
kernel oil seeds, yeah.
Kernel seeds? Good job. Well, just at least we've added to this. So somehow that's connected to orangutan? Have we figured that out?
Not yet.
They eat the fruit of the oil palm? Did anybody else see that? Did they eat the fruit from the oil palm? What fruits do our orangutans eat?
Figs.
Durian and what else? Figs. I heard figs.
Insect.
Does the oil palm tree have figs and durians?
No.
So are they eating that?
No.
So what's our connection? I mean, yeah, Amelia.
We're cutting down the orangutans' homes and putting back up palm trees so that we can get the oil.
Oh.
To make the candy, which is
Yeah, go ahead.
connected.
We're cutting them down, like she said, and making plantations for ourselves to extract kind of this oil.
Okay.
And so it's causing the orangutans to have less land almost.
You guys agree with her that we're cutting everything down so they have less land? Can I see an agreement there?
I agree.
So something's happening where we're cutting things down, cutting that down.
It's kind of like the Amazon. The Amazon.
Oh, oh. I think that's where we're going to have to pick up tomorrow because of our timing. One thing that we did in all of our other units, we make a model. And we have to kind of look at what do we want to put in that model. So far, what we do know is that we have candy. And in that candy, it's causing, our mission is to figure out why it's causing those orangutan populations to go down. Well, we figured out what? What's in our candy?
Palm oil.
Palm oil. And where's palm oil come from?
Trees.
Oil palm trees. And how are they making those farms? How are those,
Cutting down things.
and where are we finding them? What area of the world are we finding this?
Indonesia.
Okay, and where are our orangutans living? Okay, that's what we know. We need to make a full model about what might be happening to connect our candy to our orangutans. Now, when we did our cups, remember when we did our cup system? We had our cup, we had, what else did we have as a part of our cup system?
A lid.
Our lid.
Straw.
We had a straw,
Aluminum foil.
the aluminum foil that some of you use.
Plastic wrap.
And how about when we did our contact forces one? What did we have?
We had the rubber, like the
The
rubber.
cards, yeah. Had the cards.
I got bathroom now.
Yeah. Anybody else? Remember those things? Yeah. Okay. So what we need to do right now, we used to take all those parts and we would show kind of how they were connected. And we showed the interactions between them and what would happen if something happened. So we're going to do the same thing today. We're going to take a look at our candy buying habits now, and we're going to develop those components that we want to put in our model. We're not going to do the model till tomorrow, but we're going to look at the components that we want to actually put in that model. So, if you think about what we know already and where we need to go, what are some things you definitely want to put in your model? What are some components? We're going to make a model tomorrow. And we need to consider, well, what do we agree about that should go in this model? This is what we know so far. So what has to go in our model? Remember our mission? Mission is candy. Killing orangutans. What do we want to put in our model?
Palm trees.
The oil palm trees. Good. What else? You want to talk about the location in it? Okay. What else do you want in our model?
Palm oil.
Palm oil. What else do we need in our model? Okay. What else do we need in our model?
The palm tree farms.
The oil palm trees in the farm? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say animals.
We need our animals. What animals do you think we should put in there?
Orangutan.
Need an orangutan?
A tiger.
You said it. Did you say tiger, Nazai? Tiger. What else do you want to put in there? What else? Think about the reading. Take a look at your reading. Yeah.
Maybe like human interaction.
Human interaction. You want some people in there? All right. Want some people? What else needs to go in there? Millie? The what? Food? The food that they eat? What kind of food do they eat? Someone want to add to what you said, the food that they eat? Because it would be great to have the food in there, but what kind do you want to have in there? Lucas?
The fruits.
So the fruits, what kind of fruits do they eat?
It was like a.
Fig, okay, we'll put the figs in there. Durians,
That's when I was gonna say durians.
okay, yeah.
I was gonna say like pythons, rats. No.
You want some pythons? You guys want pythons in here?
Yes.
Yeah?
Maybe some rats. Yeah. I wasn't thinking that, but
Pigs,
maybe it makes more sense.
rats. What else are we gonna put in here? What else do you want to put in here?
Maybe how we use palm oil in everyday things.
So you want to be able to connect them. So let's talk about those interactions. Remember we used to do that with our interactions? I mean, maybe think too, how is it that those oil palm trees can grow?
Water plus sunlight plus the thing we just learned.
Bro, this is
All right,
not
let's-
little alchemy, bro.
Okay, I'll add
I get
that
it,
too.
'cause-
Let's talk about those interactions. 'Cause what am I going to do for an increase? What do you want to do if I want an increase in a population or an increase in something? What kind of symbol do you want to put there?
Arrow.
What kind of symbol might you put there? Furman?
The arrow.
What kind of arrow? Going up? How about a decrease?
Going down.
Down?
The neutral would be equal sign.
Like same? So
Yeah.
if they're equal, what do you want to do?
An equal sign.
Guys all agree an equal sign for that?
Yes.
Yeah?
Neutral.
Okay. Neutral, that means?
Yeah.
I think
All right, so I'll put neutral here. All right. How about if we're not sure?
Question mark.
You guys all agree?
Yeah, I
Want
think the question mark would be the best option.
Okay. Not sure. How about like if yeah.
I guess.
Components, we can also add like insects like termites and ants.
Oh, you guys want to add insects
Yeah.
to your components?
Because they do eat insects. Remember?
Congratulations, Michael.
Bark, leaves, flowers. And I think I heard Lucas, you said you wanted to add in the sun and the water,
Yeah, and the
stuff in the air. You want air?
yeah.
Someone just fall?
Up. She just added the clouded leopard. Does everybody want the clouded leopard?
Wait, what's the
Yeah.
clouded leopard? Oh, is that the
Because they're
the-
decreasing too.
Okay.
And they're on the prey or predator.
How are we going to connect things? I mean, for example, let's see if I can get on here. I have rats. What's happening to my rat population?
Decreasing.
Grace, what's happening to my rats? It's increasing, yeah. And then I think of my oil palm farm.
Wait, how?
Decreasing.
Because
I never had.
What's happening to the oil palm? Aiden, is it, we have more oil palms or less?
More.
We have more, okay. So I use my little arrow, and somehow we know this is going up and that's going up. Can we connect them somehow?
Yes.
What do you want to do to connect them? Just have an idea? Just draw a line, like just a straight line?
I think so.
Okay.
It may
Or I
be-
could do an arrow,
Yeah, both sides though. I have to have the pointing there.
depending upon which way it goes. Okay. Do we know how rats are connected to oil palm farms? So what would I do above that line then? Yeah, maybe I put a question mark there. You guys kind of agree?
Yes.
So I want you tonight, I do have an exit ticket for you. I want you tonight to be thinking about how you're going to put these components together on one piece of paper, showing me how they're all connected to one another. We're going to move on. I'm going to talk about our components and our models. Yesterday, we came up with this list of components. We said that in our models, we needed to have orangutans, candy, palm oil, oil palm, tree. You wanted the people, the humans in there. Somebody said the rats, snakes, and pigs, the tiger, the leopard, the food that the orangutans eat, the figs, the durians, and insects. Rain, sunlight, and the rainforest itself, all the plants that are in that rainforest. And then we decided while we would represent how they are connected. Connection would just be a line between the two of them. If the population was increasing, you said you would do an arrow up. If it was decreasing, it's an arrows down. Equal sign would mean it stays the same. And if you weren't sure, we were just going to put a question mark. And up here, if all of you can kind of turn and look, the example of the connections we had here, I said, well, the rats were going up, oil palm trees were going up, but we didn't really know the connection of a rat to an oil palm tree. We just knew that that was happening. And so we put a question mark there because we're not quite sure why they're connected. But we know rat population's going up with the population of the oil palm tree going up. So today, you're going to put your initial model together. I'm going to give you 15 minutes. You're all going to get this. You'll write down the components you decide to use in your model. I'm not asking you to, this isn't a must-have. This was your ideas. What components are you going to use, and how are you going to represent your interactions? If you want to add to this, your interactions, you may add to that for your key. If there's something you want to do differently, you may do that as well, but make sure you put that down in your key. Notice over here that I started this, and you know that I am an incredible artist.
Literally.
Did you laugh at me?
No, that was Adrian.
I put the word candy. I put the word palm oil because I know candy has palm oil in it. And I put the word oil palm trees because I know that that's what the palm oil is made from. That's all I put so far. You can draw. I had some of my other students draw. You can put clouds and anything you want. You can start with the humans if you want to. You can start with the rainforest if you want to. But I will tell you that most people just did it on the back. They had a lot more room to go. You can do it on the front, where I've just kind of started a few things I did.
Like certain parts on the front and then the rest on the back.
It's up to you. It's your model. It's your model of the rainforest ecosystem and what's happening with the connection between our orangutans and our candy. That's what we're trying to figure out. So right now, just try to figure out those connections. Do show me, if you know something, what the connection is. If you don't, put a question mark. If you know that population is increasing, put an arrow up. If you know it's decreasing, put an arrow down. Any questions about what your assignment is for the next 15 minutes? Remember the first time we did our cups? We drew the cups?
Yes.
They wanted to figure out if the heat was coming in or if the cold was going out, and we put question marks and lines and squiggly stuff. That's what you're doing here. So you notice so far, we know that these are connected. Where do we find oil palm trees?
In the forest.
In the rainforest. So maybe that's connected to the rainforest. What else is in the rainforest? Those are connected to those things. Who's cutting down the rainforest? That's going to be connected to that. Do you follow? You can do it with pictures. You can do it with
I'm gonna make a little like thing at the top, and then I go to here. Can I also do like a picture here, so like I could draw like trees, and then I can add palm oil, like. But do I have to like list like how do I add like their connections if I'm drawing like?
Well, the interactions, you're going to have a line or something that shows how they're interacting.
So
Okay,
like
you're gonna have
if
to
I
have
have palm oil and then a piece of candy on the ground, would I like draw? Could I do a draw?
You can draw
line?
the line to it, yes.
Okay.
And you could say that it's found in that. Okay, that's an ingredient in the candy. You follow now?
Yeah.
All right, guys, scientist circle. Good job. You can sit in this chair if you want. All right, so I'm going to put our components that we agreed on right up here, and the way that we're going to do the interactions. Let's see what we've come up with. Gianni, could you come right up here, please? Okay. And you guys want to come over to here a little bit? Carlisle, move into here. Owen, you want to move over a little bit more towards Mackenzie? Just move into here a little bit more so I can see everybody. All right, so here we go. Let's have some fun. This is our initial model. It's not the model we'll probably end up with at the end. As you saw when we did photosynthesis, it was really kind of a weird model at the beginning. You remember that? So let's just see what we can agree on for our initial model. What are we going to start with? What do we start with? What goes on here?
I put candy, palm oil, palm tree oil.
So you did pretty much what I had up there?
Yeah, isn't that what we had to start off with?
No, you could do whatever you wanted. Does anybody have another idea that they would prefer, that they want to share out?
I drew trees with orangutan with them.
She drew trees with an orangutan in them to start with. That would be like the rainforest? Okay. Anybody, how do you want to start?
I started with humans cutting down trees.
You started with humans. Okay, we have,
I started with palm oil trees.
so the palm oil trees. All right, now we have 4 things on the table here. We have, starting with our palm oil trees. We all agree those things should all go in there? Yes. Okay, so we have our oil palm trees, we have our rainforest trees, we have humans, and we have our candy, palm oil palm trees. What would you like to have, and where do you want to have it? Which one of those 4? Let me just ask. Humans. Show of hands. Just a show of hands. Oh, we don't have a lot of humans. Starting with oil palm trees and having everything branching off. That's a bit. How about starting with our rainforest trees? No. And the last one was doing the candy palm oil to oil palm trees. Okay, so it looks like we're kind of starting with our oil palm tree. Now, am I just writing oil palm tree, or is somebody drawing that for me today? Yeah? Oh, look at all these hands. I don't know. Who's the artist in this room? You want to draw the tree? Okay. Okay. So while she's doing that with the oil palm tree, she's just going to draw a little tree that's oil. Yes, and just make that. Where do you guys want it? In the center, the bottom, the top?
I don't think the center.
Oh, now we have another problem. Where are we going to put it? All right. All hands for the bottom. None. Top. Center. Okay. There you go. All right. You guys are making this more complicated than it needs to be. All right. So we have our oil palm tree. What do we connect to the oil palm tree? What should connect to it?
Like animals such as like monkeys.
Animals. So you want the orangutan connected to the. What is the connection? What is the connection between an orangutan and the oil palm tree? Because we know that they don't live there, but
They live in the top.
they live in the top of the rainforest trees, or the oil palm trees.
I would say the rainforest trees are connected to that, and then the rainmates are connected to the rainforest.
So Ellen thinks that we connect our oil palm tree. Here's our oil palm. Yes, that's excellent. Our oil palm tree to the rainforest, because it's found in the rainforest. It's planted in the rainforest. How does it get planted there?
By humans.
By humans. So do you want this to go to the rainforest and the rainforest to humans? Come on, guys, I need ideas. Yes?
What you can do is you can put it to humans, but also to, well, you can put it to humans and rainforest, because you can make like a little,
Rainforest.
and it can also go to the humans as well.
You guys like that?
Yes.
And then humans go which way? What do I do?
Up.
Up? You guys agree? I need to see you guys. I need all of you here. I need all of you. Okay. Humans. Here's our humans. What's the connection between the humans and the rainforest?
The human.
What's the connection, Millie? What are they doing to the rainforest?
Oh, they're putting it down.
They're what? They're cutting it down. Do you want me to write that?
Yeah.
Why are they cutting it down, guys?
Make more. To get more wood.
To make this? To plant these?
Make more room.
So do I connect humans to that too?
Yeah.
Just a line? And what do I put over the line?
Planting them.
Planting? Okay. All right. You guys agree?
Yeah.
Planting, okay. Okay, so we're doing that. Good. So we've done our orangutan. No, we don't have orangutans on there. How come? Isn't that our mission? Figure that out? Where do they live?
On top of the tree.
On top of the oil palm tree?
No. Normal tree.
The rainforest. So what do I do?
You can connect your orangutans to the rainforest.
Do you agree, Alan?
Yeah, you can like draw a fig tree.
What, can you do that for me?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to get to do
Like a
that.
skinny tree with fruit.
So is it going to be attached to the rainforest, the tree? Okay, there you go. With their colors there, if you want. So he's going to say that that's a fig tree that the orangutans are living in. So the
Trees
figs are
red,
what
so I
they.
feel like red.
What's the connection between an orangutan and a fig?
Figs are red.
They eat them. Okay. I so could not do that.
What is that? What? Wait, orange juice?
Is that a vine? That's the trunk. And so this is a fig tree. Okay, can I just put fig tree? And so what is that connected to? So do you draw an orangutan too? You got me? All right, there you go.
That's so
Oh, he's cute. You can draw him in the tree later, okay? Looks like you look a little bit.
Like a teddy bear.
All right, good, good, that's good. All right, let's move on. Here's our orangutan.
It's a Teletubby.
And the orangutan does what with the fig tree? Okay, that's its food?
It produces
Okay.
more.
But what's happening to our orangutan population, guys? What's happening, Lucas?
It's going down because when the food goes, when they get less food, they go to the ground and get eaten by a tiger.
Yeah. Skull.
So what's happening to our fig tree population? then?
Dying.
It's going down
It
too?
might actually be going. It might actually. It might be going up. The trees, because hear me out. Maybe the animals, the orangutans, are causing damage to the trees while they're living in there. So maybe the less orangutans living in the trees, the more the trees have to kind of.
Oh,
Two big brains.
okay. But what are we doing to the rainforest, Michael? What's happening? Can someone help Michael? What's happening in the rainforest? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So we're cutting that down. So do we have less of us?
Less of both.
Okay. Yeah, I get that. How about the oil palm? What's happening to that?
It's like kind of increasing, but
It's increasing? Okay, those trees are increasing. What's made from the oil palm? What do we make with the oil palm? So what's inside our candy that we're getting from our oil palm tree? Okay, palm oil, good. So do I connect my oil palm tree to palm oil?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh.
Can I drop palm oil?
All right, palm oil. And is palm oil going up or down?
Yeah.
That's going up too? Why?
When the
Wait,
oil palm tree goes up, the palm
One at a
oil
time.
goes up.
One at a time. Community learning here, one at a time, go.
So, since they're increasing because they're planting more palm oil trees, and then they use the palm oil trees. After they use it, they'll replant it again, and it will just repeat and over and over.
So they keep on doing that? And can you add to that? You had your hand raised. How would you add to that?
That they're planting more trees and using more palm oil from the trees.
And why are we getting more palm oil? What's the reason why we keep planting and planting palm oil trees? Lucas?
There's demand for it.
Demand for it. Was there another reason too that you'd like to add to?
Palm oil has so much.
We're using it in so many things. So do I connect palm oil to something else?
Yeah.
What am I going to connect that to, Trey? Candy?
Yeah.
So
Also,
do you want me to go candy up here or candy down there?
Candy up.
I'd say candy
Also,
really goes up the
if
apple.
for something down, if we don't drop something down, you can put on like rats and snakes, because if that's increasing, that those are planting, those are increasing.
So we have more rats.
And pythons.
What eats rats? We have more snakes, you said?
Kevin Durant. Go on. That was a good one.
More pigs? What eats the rats? So should I connect them? You sure they're going to eat those? So what's okay, I'll say food. What's our connection to the rats to this oil palm tree? We don't know? What should I do then if I don't know? Okay. So let's take a look at our things here. Do we have orangutans on there?
Yeah.
How about candy?
Yes.
Palm oil?
Yeah.
You have
should draw a sun.
draw a sun. Draw a sun.
Phoenix Suns.
You don't want to do it? You can do a sun. You can do a sun.
Kylie Jenner.
Yeah. While she does that, who can tell me what we might be getting from the sun? What is the sun giving to the rainforest? What? Oh, that was collective. That was good. Energy. Where's my orange? I'll say that. That's giving energy. So we have a connection here. Put energy.
Light.
Energy. You want to put light. She wants to put light energy. You guys want light energy?
Yeah.
Okay. Light energy from the sun. What else do we need to add? Let's take a look. We have that. We have our people, rats, snakes, pigs. Do we have tiger? Do you want tigers on there?
Yeah. Can I draw a tiger?
One at a time. One at a time. What did you say?
The tigers are decreasing because the orangutans are decreasing, and tigers eat the orangutans.
Okay.
Same with the leopards.
Same with the leopards.
Because the leopards and the tigers eat the orangutans. And if the orangutans are going away.
Did we find out? So do I have a question mark of something that goes to the tiger?
And what do,
So-
have a question mark of like what the orangutans might eat other than what they already eat, because they could be eating something
Maybe they're adapting and
Maybe.
finding other food.
Right. I don't
Okay.
think that they're good enough to eat tigers though.
So where am I putting tigers on here?
Next to the orangutans.
What, Amelia, what do you think? Under here, under the orangutan? So I just put tiger?
Taught tigers.
And you guys said the population was going down because that's its food?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have something else you want to add? Where do I put that? What's I connect that to?
Also the orangutan because it's another one of the food sources.
Okay. Do you want me to put clouded leopard? I think it's clouded leopard, right? All right, this is my clouded leopard, and that's its food too? Did we find that out?
The clouded leopard is the orangutan.
Oh, okay. Okay. And is that population going down? Did we have any, do we know? Did we read about that?
No.
Do we have evidence for that yet?
Aren't they already
Okay. Are they extinct?
No.
No?
No, because weren't there three?
One at a
types-
time.
Weren't there 3 types of tigers, but now there's only one?
Yes, I remember us reading that.
One, it's on one of the islands where the orangutans live. I remember reading that it said the clouded leopard was like one of the main food sources because
Oh, okay.
they're only on this specific island.
So take a look at what we have for components. Look at your model. Does anybody have something on their model that's not represented here that you think belongs here or that you saw when you were doing your partner sharing? What do you have in his eye? Oh, pigs. Do we have? Yep, we have pigs. What we do? We do. What do you have?
Here's the location.
Oh, the location. How do you want to do that?
Put Indonesia and then the 2 islands.
And so you want to? How do you want? You want to do that for me? So, so I just put Indonesia up here. In Indonesia, and you want me to put Borneo and Sumatra? Okay, okay, that, just put location, you said? All right, there's our location. And what did you want to add in, Lucas?
Well, I don't know if we already have it, but like the land getting cut down.
Oh, you want to maybe make a rainforest tree and have it be cut down? Like the fig tree, have somebody cutting it down? Oh, so we know,
Like the rainforest getting cut down.
well, we said humans cutting down.
Oh.
Does that work for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Trey?
I was gonna say like the other connection to fig trees is the orangutan's home.
Oh, food and home.
Yeah.
You guys agree? Yeah? Yeah, oh, good one. So that's its home and its food. And its food. So do you want me to put farm here? Okay. Does that work? Farms and humans are planting. Oh, maybe I just put the word farm, planting farms. Okay. And Millie? Go ahead.
So I had something to add. Maybe, you know how you were saying about like the trees getting cut down by like workers? Maybe the machines that are cutting down the trees and the devices, maybe that is giving off like a chemical or something that may be like damaging
So you think there's some
tires.
climate thing that might be going on?
Thing going on with like the construction.
Okay.
That maybe-
How would I represent that?
Maybe do like maybe say like snow and say like
Climate
yeah,
change?
like climate damage or some
Okay.
change actually.
All right, what color? I don't have any. And you hadn't thought about it?
Say like pollution.
Oh, you just want me to put pollution?
Yeah.
Where should I put that? Like just along the side? or-
Humans, because humans cause
Oh.
pollution.
All right, that's a good idea. Let's try that. Are you guys satisfied with this?
Nah.
No?
We need more.
You need more here? I think we need more information to figure this out.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of pleased with your first model. So right now, I'm going to give everybody in here, you all have a pencil with you. And we are going to look at, think about.
Are you gonna collect this?
Yeah, your initial model, I'm going to take a look at it. I want you to think about when you have ever heard of or seen where there was a living thing in an ecosystem that was changed and it had effect on another living thing in a system. Do you understand what I'm saying? Something has changed and it affected something else. Where have you heard about it or you have seen it?